Yo, I'm Adrian from Rabona TV, and I hope you had a great weekend in what was one of the best weekends of the year for football matchups. And we don't have time to waste in this intro because today we're hitting up Italy, Germany, the Netherlands, Portugal. Portugal! That's my impression of a Portuguese commentator. England, Spain for El Clásico, maybe a little bit of France thrown in there. First off, large up to David De Gea, who is the youngest player to reach 100 Premier League clean sheets. And damn, what a difference in this kid from when he arrived to United until now. I mean, look at how much better he is at growing a beard. Oh, and he's pretty dominant in goal as well. His displays have helped United extend their Premier League unbeaten run to 23 matches, the longest run since United went 24 matches unbeaten in the 2010-2011 season. It's crazy because United were actually champions in that season where they went 24 games unbeaten, and this season it's looking like they'll just get the Arsenal trophy, or second place in the Arsenal trophy, aka 5th place. And speaking of the Gunners, Bild is reporting that Bayern is looking to sign Alexis this summer, which would be the final humiliation and death blow by Bayern on Arsenal. But speaking of humiliation, or at least getting the better of your opposite number, Arsene Wenger is the first manager ever to beat Pep's Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and now City after that win in extra time. He's beaten all of Pep's clubs. And while we're on the topic of beating all the clubs, for the 4th year running, Juventus has beaten every single Serie A club at least once. That's nutso, and they also maintained their 8-point lead at the top of the Serie A table. Oh, and some match called El Clásico happened over the weekend, and some incredible things happened in it. First off, Messi scored a brace to win it for his team, and in doing so scored his 500th career club goal. Now you gotta keep in mind that all 500 of them have been for Barcelona. And that's impressive, as not many players have managed this feat of 500 for one club. Others to do it before Messi include Uwe Swiler for Hamburger, Jimmy McGrory for Celtic, Joseph Bican for Slavia Praha, Fernando Peiroteo for Sporting, Gerd Müller for Bayern Munich, and of course, Pele for Santos. Keep in mind, nobody besides Messi has managed this feat post-1979. Also, that brace made Messi the top scorer in the history of El Clásico. By the way, that added time winner by Messi at the Bernabeu was the first time that Real Madrid has ever lost a match in added time in La Liga at the Bernabeu, which is a pretty crazy stat, but you gotta keep in mind we're caught counting Champions League and the Copa del Rey. Part of the reason why Messi had the space to carve out that winner is because Sergio Ramos got his 22nd career red card. 22 red cards means that he has more than Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira combined, which is nuts. And he is now the leader of red cards in the El Clásico, if you want to call it that, a leader of red cards in El Clásico, with 5 red cards coming in the classic matchup. But it's not as if Barcelona was completely dominant, as Ter Stegen had to make 12 saves in this match, the most a Barcelona goalkeeper has had to make since the 2003-2004 season. But enough of Spain and El Clásico, because it is that time of year where there's about 3 to 5 matches left in league play. It's the sprint to the finish. So with that being said, let's switch gears to Germany. Last week I spoke about the Bundesliga and how there was only 9 points separating relegation and European play. Now, with 4 matches left, there are 10 teams that could either be relegated or get European play next season. 10 teams! That is insane! And I think that we can fairly say at this point, from top to bottom, the Bundesliga has got to be the most competitive league in Europe. Or at least in the top 5 leagues. I'm not saying the most entertaining, I'm not saying the strongest league, just the most competitive and balanced league out of the top 5. And when talking about the Bundesliga and how competitive it is, you cannot leave out Werder Bremen. These dudes have turned their season around massively, as they have gone 10 matches unbeaten since the 18th of February, aka match day 21. They were 16th and have now climbed all the way up to 7th and could grab a place in Europe, thanks in large part to the play of Max Kruse, who has scored 11 goals since January 28th. This weekend, he scored 4 goals against Ingolstadt, 3 of them after the 81st minute. And just outside of the Big 5 leagues, in the Netherlands, we had Ajax versus PSV, and the young boys at Ajax lost to PSV 1-0 in De Klassieker. I'm sorry for that pronunciation, I'm sure it was horrible. And with that loss, it's looking more and more likely that Feyenoord will win the title this season. And if they can hold on to that 4-point lead with just 2 matches to go, they will win the league title for the first time since 1999, which isn't even that far back, but they will also be the first team to win the league title other than Ajax or PSV since 2009. No pressure, Feyenoord. It's not like your fans are expecting it already. Just look at these scenes. Nah, not expecting it at all. Also, how cool is it to see Gio van Bronckhorst managing? You guys remember that screamer he scored against Uruguay in the 2010 World Cup? Damn! Keeper's still trying to pick that out. In France, the title race is still on and Monaco is still leading as they beat Lyon 2-1 thanks to guess who? Kylian Mbappé. So, that ensures that they are on level points with 80 apiece with PSG. Level points PSG. Monaco, of course, does have a game in hand, but they also have the Champions League to focus on, so it'll be interesting to see how they divide their attention. And then finally, Portugal, where guess what? I did a thing. Now, I'm fairly certain this is going to be a feisty one and there's going to be 1 red card in this match as Jorge Jesus is looking to hurt his former team both on the pitch and in the standings. But he'll only manage to do it just a little bit as Bem, 1-1. So I didn't get the red card aspect of the prediction correct, which I thought I would have given the early yellow cards, but the result is what mattered for Benfica, and a result is what FC Porto could not get against Ferenc. So Benfica's 3-point lead at the top of the table still stands. But I always say, Adrian always says, it's easier being the chaser than it is the leader where everyone is gunning for you, so it's not going to be an easy run out to the end of the season. And Benfica is going to have to do a lot to not contract Liverpoolitis because they're playing some teams that aren't the best. And they're playing some teams that can easily be party poopers as well. So they're going to have to avoid the Liverpoolitis if they want to get their 4th title in a row. The last team to win 4 in a row was, of course, FC Porto. And I think that FC Porto won 5 titles in a row in the 90s. So come on, Benfica, let's do this, please. And that will just about do it for me today, guys. And by the way, if you want to keep in touch with me, please follow me on Twitter and tweet at me. I'm really not a Twitter guy, but I'm trying to get better at it. So I need your guys' help to keep me in line. Tweet at me, because that's a perfect reminder for me to get back onto Twitter and enter the Twitterverse, which I never do and never care to do for some reason. Anyways, my name is Adrian, this is Rabona TV. Drop a like if you're a major sweetheart. And this weekend, I don't think that I'm going to do a match day vlog. Montreal's playing against Vancouver, but I think that I'm going to drop the match day vlog and do a player documentary instead. Which player am I covering? Well, you're just going to have to tune in on Sunday to find out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm Adrian, Rabona TV. You know the drill. Peace!